Mastering Politeness in English, the Art of Conceding. Hello, dear viewers. Today, we're going to embark on a fascinating journey through the English language, focusing on a very important aspect, conceding. This term might sound a bit formal, but it's actually something we use quite often in everyday conversation. Conceding is all about acknowledging a point or an argument made by someone else. It shows that you're listening, understanding, and considering other people's perspectives, which is a cornerstone of effective communication. So, let's dive in and master the art of conceding. When we talk about conceding in English, we're referring to the act of admitting, often reluctantly, that something is true or correct. It is also associated with giving in or yielding to an argument or a point in a discussion. Conceding doesn't necessarily mean you're abandoning your own views. Rather, it's a way of showing respect for the other person's opinions or arguments while potentially maintaining your own stance. For example, conceding a point. I see what you mean, that's a good point. Conceding in an argument. You're right, I hadn't considered that aspect. Conceding can be a delicate part of a conversation, so it's important to do it politely and respectfully. Here are some phrases that can help you concede a point gracefully. I agree with you to an extent, but that's a fair point. However, I can see where you're coming from. Although I think you make a good point, but we should also consider. Notice how each of these phrases acknowledges the other person's statement before introducing one's own perspective. This is key in maintaining a polite and constructive dialogue. In any argument or debate, conceding is a strategic move. It shows that you're reasonable and open-minded. By admitting certain points, you can actually strengthen your position by showing that you have considered all angles. This doesn't mean you're giving up on your argument. You're simply agreeing with certain parts of the opposing viewpoint. Let's look at some scenarios where conceding would be appropriate. In a work meeting, you've raised a valid point about the budget constraints, and I concede that we need to adjust our plan accordingly. During a negotiation, I acknowledge your concerns on the delivery schedule, so let's work out a compromise. Practicing these expressions in everyday conversations can make conceding feel more natural and help you become a more effective communicator. Conceding isn't about losing. It's about showing respect and building understanding. It's a sign of strength, not weakness. I hope this video has been informative and has given you confidence in using these expressions in your own English conversations. Remember, communication is not just about talking. It's about engaging with others in a meaningful way. Keep practicing, and you'll find that conceding can open up pathways to better, more respectful, and constructive discussions. Until next time, keep learning and stay curious.